Hello, students. Good morning, you all. I welcome you all for this English live class. Dear students, in today's class, let us begin a lesson, A Sunny Morning. Sunny Morning is the fifth content of your textbook Springs. And in this lesson, A Sunny Morning, which is written by the two Spanish golden brothers or golden boys of the Spain theater by name, Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quinto, we are going to learn about a love story of two major characters by name Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura. Dear friends, in this drama, actually, Sunny Morning is a drama, and here in the drama, we are meeting four characters, and among four, two characters are major characters, and remaining two characters are minor characters. Okay, let me tell you, the four characters are the first one is Don Gonzalo. Don Gonzalo is the hero of the drama, and Donna Laura, she is the heroine of the drama, and there are two other minor characters by name Juanito and Petra. So here the meaning of a sunny morning is, dear friends, sunny means a bright one or a colorful or a cheerful or it is a happy one. So here a means one, sunny means happy, and morning is a morrow or a morning. So here a sunny morning refers to one bright morning or one happy morning. So it's about a title of the drama. So let us have a look on the further part of the drama. Yes, dear students, here you are seeing the picture of this lesson, A Sunny Morning. Look at this. Here, the title is A Sunny Morning. Okay, I told you the meaning of a sunny morning is a bright morning. Sunny is bright, and morning, it is a bright morning, and it is written by these two golden Spanish writers by name Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quinter. It is the pronunciation should be Quinta. It shouldn't be Quinter. It should be Quinta. So here you can observe this picture. In the picture, we are finding two characters. One is this old man, he is reading a book, and another one is this old lady, she is feeding the birds. See, this sunny morning, it is a one act play. One act play is nothing but a play without any acts. The whole drama is completed in one act, hence it's been considered as a one act play. So here in this one act play, these two are this one and this lady. These two are playing the role of hero and heroine. So here she is the heroine of the drama and he is the hero of the drama. I told you it is a one act play, and here the two writers, Serafin and this Joaquin Alvarez Quinter, they are like popularly known as golden boys of Madrid theater. Madrid is the capital of the Spain. These two are Spanish writer, and it is a Spanish language drama. It is a play. Okay, written in originally it is written in a Spanish language, and then these two, Serafin and Joaquin together, they wrote about 200 plays, and their plays, especially the plays of these two writers, they depict the life of common people of the Spain. And here, in the form of this drama, A Sunny Morning, they are going to speak about the common lifestyle and also the love story of two major characters. Probably you may feel like somewhat happy because the textbooks springs of your second PUC is having two to three love stories. The first one is Romeo and Juliet. It is also a love story. The love story of two young people like Romeo and Juliet. And another poem, When You Are Old, it is also a love poem. And the third one is This Sunny Morning, it is also a love story. So here there are three love stories in your book, and it is actually a drama. And then we have four characters in the drama, as I already told you. The first one is Donna Laura. Donna, it is a Spanish word. Here, Donna means madam. Madam Laura, it is a respectful word. Donna is a Spanish word, which is a respectful one. Donna Laura means Miss Laura or Madam Laura. And then comes Petra. You should read it as Petra, not Petra. It should be read as Petra. So Petra is the maid of Laura, and the third major character is Don Gonzalo. Don Gonzalo is the hero of the drama. Here, Don is a respectful word for the men, or it is like sir in English. And Juanito, another character of the drama, is Juanito, and Juanito is the servant of this Don Gonzalo. So, Laura and Gonzalo both are major characters, and Petra and Juanito are minor characters here. So Petra is the maid of the Laura, and Juanito is the servant of the Gonzalo. Here you are observing in the picture, this man is Gonzalo. Pronunciation should be Don Gonzalo, and this lady, she is Donna Laura. Don Gonzalo and Donna Laura. I told you it is a one act play, and the genre is, it is a comedy. It is not a tragedy, it is a comedy. You can observe in the picture here, as I already told you, the lady, she is feeding, but look at her eyes here. She is looking at this old man. There is a gap between these two. Okay, they are sitting by maintaining some distance. It shows that they are neither husband and wife nor friends. And look at this man, he is reading the book. See, this lady, she is looking at the man, and this man, he is in the name of, like, he is acting as if he is reading the book, but he is looking at the lady. So for Kannada medium students, let me tell you, ಸನಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸಿಲಿನ ಮುಂಜಾವು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ನಾಟಕ ಇದು. ಈ ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಟಕ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕಾಮಿಡಿ, ಹ್ಯೂಮರಸ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನ್ ಕರಿತೀವೋ ಆ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ನಾಟಕ ಇದು. ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ಸ್ಪೇನಿನ ಇಬ್ಬರು ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಸೆರಾಫಿನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಜಾಕ್ವಿನ್ ಆಲ್ವರಸ್ ಕ್ವಿಂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಟಕ. ಈ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಟಕದೊಳಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ 4 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ ಹೀರೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್. ಈ ಪೆತ್ರ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮೈನರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಜುವಾನಿತೋ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಮೈನರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯೂಮರಸ್ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದನ್ನ ಫನ್ನಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಡಿಪಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸಿ ದರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಕ್. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಅಜ್ಜ ಮತ್ತು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಅಜ್ಜಿ, ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ಅಜ್ಜನೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಝೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕಾಳು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕಾಳು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕಣ್ಣು ಅಜ್ಜನ ಮೇಲಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಜ್ಜ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಗ್ಲಾಸು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕಡೆಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಜ್ಜ ಝೂಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು, ಅಜ್ಜಿನೆಡೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪಕ್ಷಿ ಎಡೆಗೆ ಕಾಳು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಜೋಕ್. ಫೈನ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಲುಕ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ. ಸಿ, ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಈಸ್ here. Let me read. A sunny morning in a retired corner of a park in Madrid. Madrid, underline this word. It is a 1 marks question. See here, Madrid is a name of a place. It is the capital of Spain. It is a capital city of the Spain, and it is a 1 mark question. And this drama, A Sunny Morning, it is set in a park of Madrid. The writers Serafin and Joaquin Alvarez Quinta both are from Madrid, both are from Spain. So they are setting this drama in this place called Madrid. Autumn. The season is autumn, which comes after the summer and before the winter. A bench at right, Donalora. Donalora, the major character of the drama, a handsome, white haired old lady of about 70, refined in her appearance, her bright eyes, and entire manner, giving evidence that despite her age, her mental faculties are unimpaired. Underline the word unimpaired. The meaning of unimpaired is not so damaged, not damaged. Enters leaning upon the arm of her maid, Petra. In her free hand, she carries a parasol which also serves as a cane. See, the drama, it is set in a park of Madrid, and so the play is telling us that the drama is taking place in the park of the Madrid. And here I told you already, Madrid, you need to remember the name of the Madrid because it's a capital city of the Spain, and the drama is taking place in the Madrid. And the season, you have to remember the name of the season also, it is autumn season. Autumn season, ಶರತ್ ಕಾಲ ಅಥವಾ ಶರತ್ ಋತು ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವೋ ಆ ಶರತ್ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಈ ನಾಟಕ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. A bench at right. See here, I told you the autumn season, it comes after the summer season and before the winter. And here, the background of the play, it is telling that it is a sunny morning, and during the autumn season the sun is so bright. Here one thing we should notice that the sun is going to become the symbol of light, and also he is going to become the symbol of the life. So usually the old people during the time of the sunny morning, they do come out of the homes if it is a sunny morning, and they sit in a park to get the relax here. So in the same way, here also, see, during this autumn season, in the park of Madrid, see, there is a bench at the right side of the park, and this lady, Donna Laura, she is a handsome lady. See, usually we have a thought that the word handsome should be used for the men. But it's not like that. Handsome can be used for both men and the women. So this handsome, the word handsome is used for Laura to tell us that Laura was an active lady and she was an intelligent woman. She was having white haired color, white hair, white colored hair, and she was a old lady of 70 years. So here the drama, when the drama begins, see, as the curtain raises, we are finding a character. See, the character is Lara. She is entering on the stage, and there is a park, I told you. And on the right side of the park, there is a bench. And a lady of 70 years old, this lady, Laura, she was of 70 years old. When she enters the park, how she enters the park? She is a old lady, although she was so active, she is unable to walk properly because of her old age. So this lady, by taking the support of her maid. Who is her maid? Petra. Petra is the maid of Donna Laura. So by taking the support of the Petra, she enters the park. So it is told here in the beginning of the story itself, it is told that she was a handsome lady. She was a handsome, and I already told you it can be used for both men and women. And in this context, this word, particular word handsome, it is giving a meaning that Lara, despite of her old age, she was so pretty, she was beautiful, and she was pretty. She was having white colored hair, and here white colored hair is as a symbol of again her old age. And she was looking very well cultured or well mannered. This word especially refined is giving a meaning that she was well dressed and well cultured. And this word, her bright eyes, is representing that although she was a old lady, there was a kind of spirit in her eyes. Okay, so Here we can see in the further lines, see here, despite of her old age, her mental faculties are unimpaired. So although she was 70 years old, all her senses are proper. She is not forgetful. See, I told you people that she entered the park by taking the support of Petra, and in her free hand, it is mentioned here. See, look at the sentence. In her free hand, she was holding a parasol. She entered the park by taking the support of the Petra, and in one hand she was holding this parasol. The meaning of parasol is it is an umbrella which serves also as a cane. Cane is nothing but it is a stick. Usually, old people do carry an umbrella which also serves as a stick to them. So this stick, this parasol, it can be used as walking stick as well as a parasol for them. The best example for this is our Dattatreya Ramachandra Bendre. Dara Bendre, the poet of Dharwad, the famous poet of Dharwad, even he used to carry a parasol. So in the same way, this lady, Laura, also entered the park by taking the support of the Laura and by holding this parasol. This is about the background of the story. ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡಿನ ಸ್ಟೋರಿಯ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಇಬ್ಬರ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮೇನ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಗೋನ್ಸಾಲೋ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಲಾರಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸಮಯ ಸನ್ನಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗು, ಇದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಬಿಸಿಲಿನ ಮುಂಜಾವು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಮ್ಯಾದ್ರಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಪಾರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರ್ಟನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಳಿತಾರಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೀಸನ್ ಶರತ್ಕಾಲ, ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶರತ್ಕಾಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಲೇಡಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸುಂದರವಾದಂತಹ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳು, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಬಿಳಿಯದಾದಂತಹ ಕೂದಲಿರುವಂಥವಳು, 70 ವರ್ಷದ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಅಜ್ಜಿ. ಅಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಸುಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳು, ರಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಸಂಸ್ಕೃತವಾದಂತಹ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಗಳು, ಆಶಾದಾಯಕವಾದಂತಹ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಗಳು ಆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವಳು ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಾಗಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವಳಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಕರಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅನ್ಇಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆಕೆ ಈ ಪೆತ್ರಾನ ಸಹಾಯವನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಪಾರ್ಕನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡೆ ಇರತ್ತೆ, ಛತ್ರಿ. ಆ ಕೊಡೆಯನ್ನ ಅವಳು ತನಗೆ ನಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯನ್ನಾಗಿನೂ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಾಗನೂ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಇದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ. We learned about the main character, that is Laura. Fine. Let me have a look on the dialogues of the drama. Donna Laura. The first dialogue it's of Donna Laura's. I am so glad to be here. I feared my seat would be occupied. What a beautiful morning. Look at the way of her explanation. Lara, she speaks so beautifully. She says, I am so glad. The meaning of glad is happy. Okay, see, Lara, as soon as she enters the park, she looks around the park and finds that the bench on the right side of the park, it was vacant. And it was not occupied by anyone, so she felt happy. And she says, the morning is so beautiful. When her seat was not occupied by someone, she felt happy, and she is telling that it is a beautiful morning. Look at the expression of the lady at the age of 70. It's because of this reason only Laura is considered as a handsome woman, having bright eyes. 70 ವರ್ಷದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಪಾರ್ಕನ್ನು ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಮುಂಜಾವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಆ ಉದ್ಗಾರವನ್ನ ತೆಗೆಯುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಲಾರಾ 70 ವರ್ಷದ ಮುದುಕಿ ಆಗಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವಳಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಕರಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ Petra, she replies to the words of the Laura. Who is Petra? Petra is none other than the maid servant to the Laura. The sun is hot. Look at the dialogue of the Petra. When Lara is enjoying the beauty of the nature or beauty of the morning, but Petra, she says that the sun is hot. Immediately, this Petra, she is replying that the sun is hot, which means, she said, Madam, the morning is not as sunny as you are feeling. The morning is not as beautiful as you told. The sun is really very hot, madam, she told. Who? Petra. And Donna Laura. See how humorously she is replying, Laura, yes, you are only 20. Laura is answering humorously that Petra, you are feeling the sun is very hot because you are only 20. See, then she sits down on the bench. Oh, I feel more tired today than usual. Noticing Petra, who seems impatient, go if you wish to chat with your guard. So Laura, she humorously said to Petra that Petra, indeed you are feeling the sun is hot. It's because you are only 20 years old and you are unable to recognize the beauty of this morning. And and also she says that you are not as experienced as I am, so you are telling that the sun is so hot. And she says she is little tired after sitting on the bench which was there near her. She sat on the bench and she told by seeing this Petra was looking like she was seeming as if she was impatient one. She was looking very impatient. So by seeing this Petra, Lara is telling to Petra that go and chat with your guard. Go chat with your guard means here guard is the guard of the park, the security of the park. Petra, Petra's love interest he was. He was Petra's beloved, the guard of the park. The name of the guard is not mentioned in this drama. The guard of the park was the lover of the Petra. I told you in the beginning itself, it is a love story, a very interesting one. So Petra, she was like waiting, eagerly waiting to meet her guard, the guard of the park. So Laura, at the age of 70, the way she is speaking in such a manner that in every statement of Laura, in every dialogue of the Laura, we could find the humorous or a sense of humor. And she asked Petra to go and to meet her guard. ಈ ಲಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಯನ್ನು ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪೆತ್ರನಿಗೆ ಆ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಾರಣ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೆತ್ರನ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಯಾವಾಗ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀನೋ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಲಾರನಿಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮುಂಜಾವನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಕುತೂಹಲ. ದೆನ್ Petra, she was little offended with the words of the Lara. So she replies, "He is not mine, Senora." Senora is, it is again a Spanish word, a respectful word. The meaning of Senora is madam. He is not mine, madam. He belongs to the park. She says that, like Petra, she is slightly offended with the words of Laura. And she replies that the guard belongs to the park but not to her. He is the keeper of the park and he is not like hers. She told who? Petra and Lara. See how funny. He belongs to more to you than he does to the park. Go, find him, but remain within calling distance. Laura, she is like a very intelligent lady, a handsome woman, and her mental faculties were unimpaired. See, she says that she says in every dialogue she is speaking humorously. She says that the guard belongs more to Petra than he belongs to the park. And along with the taking care of the park, he will be waiting for Petra. A point has to be understood clearly here. See, the intelligence of Laura, it's so humorous. She says that, Petra, the guard belongs to you more than the park, and he will be waiting for her. So he belongs to Petra, and also she told Petra, go find your guard and chat with him. But she told, see, I don't have any objection, but you remain within the calling distance. Why did Lara tell that Petra should remain within a calling distance? It's because Laura was an old lady and she was unable to walk properly and she was depending on the Petra. So she asked Petra if she is in need of this Petra, she should be there within a calling distance. Then comes the further dialogue of the Petra. Petra says, I see him over there waiting for me. See, immediately Petra is replying, I see him. To whom does the word him refer? Him is referring to, it refers to the guard of the park. I see him over there waiting for me. Immediately Petra says that, Madam, the guard, the guard of the park, he is standing over there and waiting for me. You know, Petra is so eager to meet the guard. Laura, do not remain more than 10 minutes. When Petra told that the guard is waiting for him, Laura says that everything is fine. You can go and chat with your beloved, but don't be late. Be near to me and you should come back within 10 minutes. The words of the Lara. And Petra, she said, very well, Senora, walks toward right. Now, Petra agreed to the words of the Lara and she was about to leave the place. Lara, wait a moment. Meanwhile, Lara interrupted the Petra by saying, Petra, wait for a while. Petra, what does the Senora wish? Petra asked, what happened, madam? What's your wish? Donna Laura, give me the breadcrumbs. The meaning of breadcrumbs. Breadcrumb is the pieces of the bread. See here, Laura asked Petra to hand over a bag full of bread crumbs. ಅರ್ಥ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೆತ್ರನ್ ನಡುವೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇದು. ಪೆತ್ರ ಲಾರಾನ ಸರ್ವಂಟು. ಆ ಪೆತ್ರನಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಲವರ್ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವನು ಆ ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ ಗಾರ್ಡ. ಆ ಲಾರಾ ಮತ್ತು ಪೆತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಡಿಯರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಪೆತ್ರನಿಗೆ ತನ್ನ ಗಾರ್ಡ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗುವಂತ ಆಸೆ, ಲಾರಾಳಿಗೆ ಆ ಮುಂಜಾವನ್ನ ಸವಿಯುವಂತಹ ಆಸೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾರಾ ಪೆತ್ರಳಿಗೆ ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಗಾರ್ಡ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ ಪೆತ್ರಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ನೀನು ಇಂಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ, ನಿನಗೆ ಈ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಸವಿಯೋಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯರ್ ಲವರ್. ನೀನು ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ತನಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ, 10 ನಿಮಿಷದೊಳಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಪೆತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗೋಕಿರ್ತಾಳ. ಅಷ್ಟ್ರೊಳಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಾರಾ ಆಕಿನನ್ನ ಕರೀತಾಳ. ಕರೆದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪೆತ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಲಾರಾ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳ, ನೋಡಮ್ಮ, ನಾವು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರ ಒಂದು ಚೀಲ ಆ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ. ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಚೂರು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ನಮ್ದದು, ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಚೂರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾಳೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಸಿ ಪೆತ್ರ, I don't know what is the matter with me. So, see, Petra, she was very eager to meet her beloved and she was irritated with the words of the Lara. So she said, I don't know what is the matter with me, which means she said she has forgotten to give the bag of bread crumbs. And Laura smiling when Petra told that she has forgotten to hand over a bag of the bread crumbs. Laura, she started laughing and she said, I do. Your head is where your heart is with the guard. See how beautifully she is passing her comments on the Petra. Lara being the madam, she is not scolding the Petra and she is like having a very funny conversation with the Petra. She says with her smile, Lara, see, she is telling that, Petra, you may forget your duties but not me. See, you may forget your duties, but not me. I know that your mind is not present here. Your mind is not with you and it's not working properly as you are thinking. You are means your heart. As your heart is thinking only about your God, you are forgetting your duties. She told who? Laura. About whom? About Petra. Petra, she was somewhat offended with the words of the Laura and she said, here, Senora, here, madam. Irritatingly, she told. She hands Donna Laura a small bag and exit Petra by right. And finally, Petra, she gave a bag of breadcrumbs to the Lara and she went away from the right side of the park. It's about the conversation of Lara and Petra. Petra ಈ ಲಾರಾಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಂದಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಚೂರನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಇದು ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೋಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಹೊಸ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಿ ಹಳೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುವಂತಹ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ. ಲಾರಾ adios, adios. The meaning of adios is goodbye. Lara said goodbye to whom? To Petra. She said goodbye and glances toward the trees at right. Here they come. They know just when to expect to me. See, now Laura is alone and she is looking at the tree beside her. She rises, walks toward right, and throws three handfuls of breadcrumbs. These are for the spryest. Underline this word spryest. The meaning of spryest is the birds who are very, very active here. These are for the spryest. These for the gluttons. The meaning of glutton is one who eats excessively. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ತಿನ್ನುವಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗ್ಲಟನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. And these for little ones which are the most persistent. Persistent means one who comes continuously or frequently. Laughs. She returns to her seat and watches with a pleased expression. Pleased means happy expression. The pigeons feeding there. That big one is always first. I know him by his big head. Now one, now another, now two, now three. That little fellow is the least timid. Timid is lacking in courage. ಅಂಜುತ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಟಿಮಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಐ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಹಿ ವುಡ್ ಏಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೈಸ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಅಲೋನ್. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫಿಲಾಸಫರ್. ಬಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಡು ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್? ಇಟ್ ಸೀಮ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್. Ha ha, don't quarrel. There is enough for all. I'll bring more tomorrow. Look at the conversation of Laura to herself. Now, Laura, she is speaking to herself. You can observe in this statement. See, now Laura is alone. Petra went away after having little conversation with the Laura. She left the park. Who? Petra. So now Laura is alone and she said goodbye to Petra. Then she sees at the right side of the park where there was a tree and finds the birds. There were birds on the tree. She found the birds. She says that the birds are expecting her. Excuse me. She says the birds are expecting her. Why the birds were expecting her? It is explained in the further lines. And also she said that because she has brought a breadcrumbs for them. Laura had brought a bag full of breadcrumbs for the birds and the birds were waiting for her. Then she stands up. Laura, she stood up. See, here the word is used. She rises. So here, Lara, she stands up and with little difficulty, she went towards the tree. She walks slowly and then she took three handful of the breadcrumbs. ಆ ಮೂರು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ಸಾರಿ ಮೂರು ಮುಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯಷ್ಟು ಆ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಸೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್. By throwing the first handful of the breadcrumbs, she told that the first handful of the breadcrumbs it is for the spryest. Spryest, the birds who are very very active in their nature, which means for the birds which are very very active. And then by throwing the second handful of the breadcrumbs, she said that the second handful of the breadcrumbs are for the gluttons, the birds which were eating excessively. And then she said the third handful of the breadcrumbs that she has brought or that she has thrown are for the little birds which were coming continuously. Then she went back to her seat and by seeing the birds she felt happy and was talking herself about the bird. Lara, she started speaking herself about the birds. She said, now one, see here, she said, here, now one, here you can see, she is talking about the pigeons. See, the one takes, the big one is always first her seat. In this particular paragraph, she is speaking all these things. She said that now the one bird is coming, now another bird is coming, two birds are coming, three birds are coming, and that little bird which is coming, which is always lacking in courage, and she considers another bird as a philosopher, as it does not disturb others. So in this way, she was talking herself about the birds, and she was enjoying the moment. And here we can say that her loneliness made her to have good companionship with the pigeons. The loneliness of the Lara. She is of an old lady. She was of 70 years old. She is alone in the park, and Petra was not ready to stand with her because she wanted to spend her time with the guard. So by saying all these things, see, we can say that we can understand Laura here. She is not a strict madam, one thing, and by seeing her conversation with Petra, who was her maid, we could say that Laura was able to understand the situations nicely. She never scolded Petra. Instead, she was so understanding of Petra. She can understand how a young girl would feel her love. So this is what we understand about Laura. Hence, she is introduced as a handsome lady in the drama. In the beginning of the lesson itself, in the introductory part of the lesson, this lady, Lara, she is been introduced as a handsome lady. It's because of this reason. It's because she was not scolding the Petra, and she was neither an arrogant woman nor uh, she was very like a cool-headed one and very polite lady and a well-mannered lady. It's because of this reason she has been considered as Laura, a well-mannered or a handsome ಲೇಡಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಆ ಲಾರಾ ತಾನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದಂತಹ ಊಟವನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೂರು ಮುಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಒಂದು ಮುಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ಹಿಡಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಯಾವ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಾಯಸ್ಟ್, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹಿಡಿಯನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮುಟ್ಟಿಗೆಯನ್ನ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ತಿಂತಾವಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗಾಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಮೂರನೇದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅವಕ್ಕಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತ ಮಾತನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಹರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಆಕೆ ಒಬ್ಬಕ್ಕೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಮೀನ್ ವೈಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ Don Gonzalo and Juanito from left. Don Gonzalo is an old gentleman of 70, gouty and impatient. Underline this word gouty. The meaning of gouty, it is a kind of pain. A person who suffers from a joint pain. Joint pain is known as gouty here. And impatient. He leans upon Juanito's arm. The pronunciation of this word should be Juanito. Juanito's arm and drags his feet somewhat as he walks. So here, moving ahead with the next part of the play, we are finding two more characters. Those are, one is Gonzalo, Don Gonzalo, the hero of the drama, and another one is, it is Juanito. We are finding these two characters. So here, Don Gonzalo, he was an impatient person, while this Laura, she was having a conversation with the pigeons. These two characters enter the park from the left side of the park. And Don Gonzalo and Juanito. Juanito is the servant to the Gonzalo. And Gonzalo was also an old man, like this lady Laura. And he was of also 70 years old. And he was so restless and impatient, as it is introduced in this particular paragraph. He was not as refined as Laura, because in the beginning of the drama, Laura was introduced so beautifully by saying that she was well dressed, she was refined, she was not an impatient lady. But look at the explanation to this man. He was so restless and impatient. He was not as beautiful as this Laura was. As he was suffering from the joint pain, he was unable to walk properly. So he came by leaning upon the arm of Juanito, who was his servant. Juanito was his servant. By taking the support of this Juanito, this Don Gonzalo enters the park. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ ಆ ಬ್ರೆಡ್ ಕ್ರಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪಿಜನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೆಸರು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾನ್ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ. ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ 70 ವರ್ಷದ ಅಜ್ಜ ಅಥವಾ ಮುದುಕ. ಆ ಮುದುಕನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವನ ಸರ್ವಂಟ್ ಜುವಾನಿತೋನು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಬ್ರು ಸೇರಿ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾನ್ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ ಲಾರನ್ ತರ ಕಾಮ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೂಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ಹೆಂಗಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇಂಪೇಷಂಟ್, ಟಾಲರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ತಾಳ್ಮೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಬೈತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ಆ ಜ್ವಾನುತನ ಆರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೈ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸಿ Don Gonzalo, the dialogue of the Don Gonzalo. Idling their time away. Idling means wasting. Idling their time away. They should be saying Mass. The meaning of Mass is prayer. See, as he enters the park, he says impatiently by seeing some people that they are wasting their time. He said they should have spent their time in prayer. Simply, they are wasting their time here. Here, we can see the contrast dialogues of Laura and Gonzalo. When Gonzalo entered the park, he was totally impatient. He couldn't tolerate the people who were sitting on the bench, and also he's scolding them. See, here we can see the contrast dialogue of Laura and Gonzalo. Laura, when she entered the park, she said, "The morning is sunny, the morning is beautiful." But this old fellow, instead of enjoying the beauty of the morning, simply he is complaining on the others. When he told that idling their time away, they should be saying mass. So he is complaining on the other people of the park. ಇವರೇನಪ್ಪ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಾರನ್ನೋ ನೋಡಿ. ಡಾನ್ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಂತಹ ಯಾರನ್ನೋ ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ನು ಬೈತಾ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದಾ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಮಾತು. ಜುವಾನಿತೋ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸೆನಾರ್. Senor is referring to sir. It is also a respectful word which is used for the sir. There is only a lady. There is only one lady. Donna Laura turns her head and listens. See here, Juanito, he suggested Gonzalo to sit beside Laura. Meanwhile, Laura heard their words. See here, Laura was alone on her bench, and Juanito, he suggested the Gonzalo to sit on that bench. Don Gonzalo, I want Juanito, I want a bench to myself. But Gonzalo, as he was so impatient, he told that he doesn't want to sit beside the lady. In fact, he wanted a separate bench for himself. Gonzalo, he was in need of a separate bench, so he told he doesn't want to sit beside the lady. Juanito, but there is none. Juanito replies that, Master, there is no bench, or he told that no bench is vacant in the park. Don Gonzalo, that one over there is mine. Gonzalo immediately, by pointing out a bench, you need to imagine, students, since it is a drama, you need to imagine yourself. See, by showing his finger, he is telling that by pointing out a bench, he says that it is his bench, which means whenever he comes to this park, he sits on that same particular bench only. But today, that bench, the bench of the Gonzalo, actually, this bench was not bought by the Gonzalo, but every day he used to sit on that same bench, so he told that that is my bench or his bench is already occupied, so he is angry. ಈ ಗೊಂಜಾಲಿಗೆ ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾಬಿ, ಡೈಲಿ ಬಂದು ಅದೇ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುತ್ಕೋತಿದ್ದ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅವನ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ ಬೈತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅಂಡ್ ಜುವಾನಿತೋ, he says, but there is none. Juanito tells that that particular bench is already occupied by someone, and there are no vacant benches in the park. He was so like polite. Juanito was so polite. Don Gonzalo, he told that one is over there is mine, and Juanito, there are three priests sitting there. Sorry for repeating this dialogue. See here, Juanito, there are three priests sitting there. Three priests sitting There here, Juanito is replying by seeing the bench, the particular bench where this Gonzalo used to sit was occupied by three priests. And see here, it is also a one marks question. In fill in the blanks, it was asked in 2018 question paper. The bench was occupied by dash. It is three priests. One marks question. Please do underline. So Juanito told that the bench of the park is occupied by the three priests. And then Juanito, sorry, Don Gonzalo, wrote them out. Have they gone? So Gonzalo, he was so impatient. He couldn't tolerate the priest. So he's asking. He was so impatient and he told Juanito to send the priest away. And he asked whether they went away. Juanito tells, no, indeed, they are talking. And Juanito replies, no, senor, or no, sir, the priests are still sitting and they are busy in the talking. And Don Gonzalo says, it's almost, see here, just as if they were glued to the seat. No hope of their living. Come this way, Juanito. They walk toward the birds right. Don Gonzalo, look at his dialogue. Just as if they were glued. Glue means, see here, sticking to something, to the seat. No hope of the living. Come this way, Juanito. So Gonzalo is making a statement here. See, the priest as if they are sitting by tying themselves to the bench or by sticking themselves to the seats. And also he said that there is no hope of their living, and he asked Juanito to follow him. Together they moved towards right side where the pigeons were feeding and birds flew away. You can observe this statement particularly. Come this way, Juanito. They walked toward the birds ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಗೋನ್ಸಾಲೋನ ಬೆಂಚನ್ನು ಮೂರು ಜನ ಪ್ರೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಚರ್ಚ್, ಪಾದ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೂಜಾರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವೋ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಚರ್ಚಿನ ಪಾದ್ರಿಗಳು ಮೂರು ಜನ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಈ ಗೋನ್ಸಾಲೋ ಜುವಾನತನಿಗೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅವರನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಳಿಸುವಂತ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಹೋಗೋ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೊಂಜಾಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬೈಕೋತಾನ ಮನಸ್ಸೊಳಗನೆ ಏನಂತ, ಆಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಆ ಸೀಟ್ಗೆ ಅಂಟ್ ಹಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು, ಇವ್ರೇನು ಹೋಗುವಂಥ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜುವಾನತನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನಿನ್ನ ನಡಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಹೋಗೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಸೇರಿ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಕಿನ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ನೆನಪಿರಬಹುದು, ಆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಲಾರಾ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಲು. ಲಾರಾನ ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂಜಾಲು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಆ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಳು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳಕಿ. ಇವ ಈ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಹೋಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಂದ ಆ ಗೊಂಜಾಲು ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿದ್ಧ ಆದ. ಅವಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಟ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಹಾರಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಲಾರಾ ಗಾಟ್ ಆಂಗ್ರಿ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ. ಲಾರಾ indignantly, so angrily, ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದು, look out. Laura got angry and she said, hey mister, look out. She told, hey mister, look out. Look at my birds, she told. And then Don Gonzalo, he was little surprised because Laura is a stranger to him, and he was surprised why this lady is talking to him. He asked Don Gonzalo, are you speaking to me, Senora? Senora means madam. So he says, are you addressing me, madam? Laura, yes, to you. She said, yes, to you only. I'm speaking with you only, man. Don Gonzalo, what do you wish? He asked. See, Gonzalo is asking, what do you want, madam? Laura says, see here, you have scared away the birds who are feeding on my crumbs. Now Laura is complaining on the Gonzalo. Till now we have seen that Gonzalo was complaining on the three priests by saying that they have occupied his bench. Now Laura is complaining on the Gonzalo now. She said, see, she says that, Donna Laura, you have scared away the birds. See, Laura is telling that Gonzalo scared away the birds and they were feeding so comfortably. The birds were feeding so comfortably on her breadcrumbs, but Gonzalo scared away the birds. Gonzalo, what do I care about the birds? He is asking little surprisingly. See, should I care for the birds? Why should I? See, look at his statement. And Lara says, but I do. She told, you may not care for the birds, but I do care for them. I am not like you. And Don Gonzalo, he says, this is a public park. See how he is telling, this is a public park. Gonzalo, he is replying, excuse me, madam, this is a public park. How come the birds of this park would become yours? I don't care for these silly birds. The statement of the Gonzalo. See, this is a public park. When the park is public, the bird doesn't do not belong to you. Why should I bother for the birds? Is the statement of the Don Gonzalo. Laura, see here, she was so intelligent and she asked, then why do you complain that the priests have taken your bench? Laura is asking. Indeed, it is a public park only. If you say that the park belongs to the public and the birds do belong to the public, then why did you say that the priests have occupied your bench? How come that bench would become yours? Was the question made by the Laura. For that, Gonzalo has got too angry on the Laura and he is telling Senora, Madam, we have not met. We are not friends either. I cannot imagine why you take the liberty of addressing me. Come, Juanito, both go out right. So here, Don Gonzalo, he did not like Laura's words and said, why do the people do take the liberty of addressing someone who is completely a stranger? By saying this much, this fellow, Don Gonzalo, he was about to leave the park from the right side of the park. It's about a conversation. In this way, the conversation moves on. So, my dear friends, till now we have come across the conversation of Gonzalo, Lara, Petra, and Juanito. I have forgotten to tell you one thing that this drama is very very important from the point of examination. Why? Because you may expect 11 marks questions in your examination from this drama. One of 6 marks question and 4 marks question and another one is of a 1 marks question. Altogether you will be getting 11 marks question from this lesson. And as I have observed in a previous year question paper, 2 to 3 times for reported speech the questions are chosen from this lesson only. So here I want to tell you from the point of reported speech and 1 marks question and 4 marks question and 6 marks question, this lesson, that is this uh, a sunny morning, is very very important. So I'll continue my class, continue the explanation in my next class. If you have any queries in regard with this drama, you could drop your queries in the DCS session, that is doubt clarification session. I explained in both the languages, in Kannada as well as in English. Kannada medium students, hope you did understand what I have explained in today's class. It is little a lengthy drama. ಬೇರೆ ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಈ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ, ಬಟ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ 4 ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಲವ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಟಕ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾದಂತಹ ನಾಟಕ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ ಸೆರಾಫಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜಾಕ್ವಿನ್ ಆಲ್ವರಸ್ ಕ್ವಿಂತ ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಟಕವನ್ನ ಹಾಸ್ಯ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಾಗಿ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆದಂತಹ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರು, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಇರಿಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಒಂದು ಲಾರಾ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಗೋನ್ಜಾಲೋ. ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋರಿಸೋದ್ರ ಮೂಲಕ ಡ್ರಾಮಾವನ್ನ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ರೈಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅನದರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಈ ಡ್ರಾಮಾ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾದ್ರಿದಲ್ಲಿ, ಮಾದ್ರಿದಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ಪೇನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾರಾ 70 years old, ಗೋನ್ಜಾಲೋ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ 70 years old. ಇಬ್ಬರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಫನಿ ಇದೆ, ಹ್ಯೂಮರಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ನು. ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಗೂ ಗೋನ್ಸಾಲೋ ಲಾರನ್ ಪಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಗ್ರಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಗೋನ್ಸಾಲೋ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾರಾ ಆ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಲಾರಾ ಏನು ಕಾಳು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಹಾರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಗೊಂಜಾಲೋಗೆ ಲಾರಾ ಬೈತಾಳ. ಹೀಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ the further part of the lesson in my tomorrow's class. Dear friends, on tomorrow at 9:30, I am going to conduct the class. So if you have any queries in regard with this drama, you could raise a question in DCS session. And I hope you did understand today's session. If fine, we can meet in our tomorrow session. So till the time we meet next, happy learning and keep loving literature and the English language. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice to listen to your voice after 2 to 3 months, huh? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You too have a nice day.